What's up, everybody? Blessed be. My name is Manon, and you are watching Witch in the Working, where we will be discussing all things witchy in and around, throughout and about, above, below, and beyond. Please visit me on my other sites as well, including Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon, all linked down in the description below. The full script to this video and most of the others is available on my Patreon account for download if desired, so that you can make your own Witch in the Working BOS if so desired. Also, visit my Shopify store where you can buy bags, beanies, stickers, t-shirts, whatever you want that has the Witch in the Working logo and all that good stuff. So, being a witch in the city presents a unique and vibrant opportunity for practitioners to weave their magic into the bustling urban landscape. Amidst the concrete jungle and fast-paced lifestyle, city witches find creative ways to connect with nature, create sacred spaces, and adapt their rituals and spells to suit their environment. Urban witchcraft is a dynamic and ever-evolving practice that allows practitioners to draw upon the city's energies, embrace its resources, and build supportive communities. By navigating the challenges and embracing the opportunities of city living, urban witches can cultivate a deeply personal and transformative spiritual practice that resonates within the rhythm of the city. Bottom line is, my wonderful witches and warlocks out there, living in the city is absolutely no excuse for you not being able to practice your whimsical, magical ways. So let's dive into all of the nooks and crannies of how you can practice as a city witch, just as effectively as the rest of us. So let's get into it and roll the intro. Welcome back, everyone. The practice of witchcraft, Wicca, and paganism is often associated with rural settings where practitioners can connect with nature and find solitude for their spiritual journey. However, a growing number of witches and pagans live and practice in urban environments, demonstrating that spirituality can thrive even in the heart of the city. I myself have recently become one of these witches, being that I moved from a place where I had freedom to go into the woods, go into the forest, had a huge circle room, had all kinds of things that in my home that I could work with openly and and at any point I wanted, to move into a much smaller environment in an apartment to where everything is very now a little bit more difficult to work with, and I just can't go jump into a circle room and do a circle. I have to actually prepare for it now and go to a special place to do it, usually the woods and whatnot. This video aims to debunk some common misconceptions about practicing witchcraft in urban environments, and it illustrates how modern witches can adapt their craft to city life. One common misconception is that living in a city means having limited access to nature, making it difficult to practice witchcraft, Wicca, or paganism. While it's true that urban environments are typically more concrete and less green than rural areas, cities still have parks, gardens, and other green spaces where practitioners can connect with the natural world. Urban witches can also incorporate local flora and fauna into their practice, embracing the unique energies of the city's ecosystem. Many people assume that it's challenging to find like-minded individuals in the city, leading to a lack of support and community for urban witches. However, cities often have thriving communities and covens, as well as numerous events and gatherings to connect with fellow practitioners. Social media and online forums also make it easier than ever to find and join local groups, workshops, and meetups. Some individuals believe that the fast-paced urban lifestyle is incompatible with the contemplative, introspective nature of witchcraft and other spiritual practices. In reality, witchcraft can be adapted to suit any lifestyle, and urban environments can offer unique energies and opportunities for practitioners to tap into. Busy witches can incorporate daily practices and mindfulness into their routines, finding balance and spiritual growth even amid the city's hustle and bustle. The idea that practicing witchcraft requires a large, secluded space for rituals, altars, and meditation is another common misconception. While having a dedicated space for practice is undoubtedly beneficial, small apartments, such as the one I'm in right now, and why I made this video specifically in the apartment that I live in instead of in the studio I usually do this, so you could see that I myself am in this situation. Small apartments and shared living situations can be adapted to create sacred spaces, even if they're compact or temporary. Clever use of furniture, screens, or curtains can help maintain privacy and boundaries, and altars can be set up on shelves, windowsills, or other small surfaces. Cities are often seen as too noisy and chaotic for spiritual practice, but urban witches can find ways to create a sense of calm and tranquility within their homes, or by finding peaceful locations within the city. Soundproofing, white noise machines, or calming music can help drown out distractions, and quiet parks or meditation centers can provide a serene space for practice and contemplation. Another misconception is that living in a city limits access to witchcraft supplies, such as herbs, crystals, and other tools. In reality, cities often have a wide range of shops, market, and online resources that cater to practitioners' needs. Additionally, urban witches can get creative by repurposing everyday items or by foraging for supplies in parks and green spaces. A common belief is that practicing witchcraft in the city can lead to legal issues or social ostracism. While it's true that some urban areas may have specific regulations and practitioners may face judgment from others, many cities are diverse and accepting of different spiritual paths. With discretion and knowledge of local laws, urban witches can practice safely and confidently. The bottom line is this, fellow witches and warlocks, is that anything is possible, and no matter where you live, you can make your spirituality a reality and an amazing journey. With the increasing number of people living in urban environments, it's essential for practitioners of witchcraft, Wicca, and paganism to adapt their practices to suit city life. As urban witches face unique challenges and opportunities, embracing the city's energies and resources can help them stay connected to their spiritual path and foster a sense of belonging in their community. Cities are buzzing with energy, which can be harnessed and incorporated into magical practices. Urban witches can tap into the power of the city by working with the energies of specific neighborhoods, landmarks, or local spirits. Adapting practices to suit city life involves learning to recognize and channel these unique energies in spells, rituals, and meditations. The demands of city life can sometimes make it challenging to prioritize spiritual practices. Adapting to city life involves finding ways to incorporate witchcraft, Wicca, or paganism into daily routines and carving out dedicated time for rituals and self-care. Practitioners can benefit from setting boundaries between work, social life, and spiritual practice to maintain balance and personal growth. With creativity, flexibility, and resilience, urban witches can demonstrate that spirituality can flourish even in the heart of the city. Urban witches often face the challenge as well of limited space or shared living situations, which can make it difficult to establish a dedicated sacred space for their spiritual practice. However, with a little witchiness, it's possible to create a sacred space even in the smallest of apartments or shared homes. Some tips and ideas for creating a sacred space in smaller shared spaces include the following. Select a corner, windowsill, or other small area in your living space that feels energetically suitable for your practice. This could be a quiet corner of your room, a windowsill with natural light, or even a small section of a bookshelf. I personally, me and Pink both have our altars in our bedroom, just against a wall. It's what we have. We don't have a dedicated room anymore, so that's what we have for right now. If you share your living space with others, consider using a room divider, screen, or curtain to create a sense of privacy and separation from your sacred space. Even in my old house back in Florida, there was a while there before I had a dedicated circle room that I actually had a room that was back in a den that was in that house. And in order to separate the circle room from the rest of the house, it was just by a curtain and a doorway, and that was it. Communicate with your housemates about the importance of respecting your spiritual practice and the need for quiet and uninterrupted time in your sacred space. For those with limited space or who need to pack away their altar when not in use, a portable or temporary altar can be a practical solution. A small tray or box can be used as a portable altar, allowing you to set up your sacred space quickly and easily when needed and store it away when not in use. In small spaces, furniture that serves multiple purposes can be helpful in creating a sacred space as well. For example, a small table or desk can be used for both your spiritual practice and daily tasks, or a bookshelf can be repurposed as an altar and storage space for your magical tools and supplies. Keep it simple and uncluttered. A small sacred space can still be powerful and effective if you focus on the essentials. Choose a few meaningful items for your altar or sacred space, such as candles, crystals, or small statues, and avoid overcrowding the area with too many objects. When horizontal space is limited, consider using vertical space to create your sacred area. Hang shelves, floating wall-mounted altars, or use the walls to display meaningful artwork, symbols, or tapestries that resonate with your spiritual practice. A very important factor is to personalize your space. Make your sacred space truly your own by incorporating personal touches, such as your favorite colors, scents, or items that hold special meaning to you. This will help you feel more connected to your spiritual practice and make your sacred space a true reflection of your personal journey. Also, maintain a regular energy cleansing routine. In smaller shared spaces, it's essential to regularly cleanse the energy of your sacred space to ensure it remains a peaceful, nurturing environment for your spiritual practice. Use techniques such as smudging with sage, palo santo, or incense, sound cleansing with bells or singing bowls, or even visualizations to clear and purify the energy in your space. By using these tips and ideas, you can create a sacred space that serves as a haven for your spiritual practice, even in a smaller shared living situation. Remember, it's the intention and energy you bring to your sacred space that truly matters, not the size or location of the area itself. Although urban environments are often characterized by concrete jungles and bustling streets, it's still possible to find and connect with nature within the city. Doing so is essential for practitioners of witchcraft, Wicca, and paganism, as a connection with the natural world is a vital aspect of their spiritual practice. Let's talk about a few ideas for connecting with nature in the city. Of course, you can always explore local parks and green spaces. Most cities have parks, gardens, or green spaces that can serve as natural sanctuaries for urban dwellers. Regularly visiting these spaces can help you maintain your connection to the natural world, practice grounding, or even perform outdoor rituals and meditations. Feeling like you're lacking in the wildlife department side of things? Cities are home to a surprising variety of wildlife, such as birds, squirrels, insects, and chipmunks, in my situation, and sometimes even larger animals. Observe and appreciate these creatures as part of the urban ecosystem and consider incorporating their symbolism or energy into your spiritual practice. I totally recommend, and have before many times, Animals Speak by Ted Andrews as an awesome source to learn more about magical symbolism of different animals. With a keen eye and knowledge of local flora, urban witches can forage for plants, flowers, and herbs in parks, community gardens, or even along city streets. I have a video all about an amazing phone app called Picture This that I personally use to identify and learn about different plants, birds, and insects. Always forage responsibly and sustainably, ensuring you don't damage the local ecosystem or remove too many plants from a single area, as this can be easily done in a city environment that are already sometimes lacking in the outdoorsy sense of things. You can also bring nature into your living space by growing indoor plants, herbs, or flowers. This can help improve air quality, create a calming atmosphere, and provide a direct connection to the natural world within your urban home. And let's not forget about one of my favorite topics, which is working with the elements. Even in the city, you can connect with the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. Feel the breeze on your skin. Observe the sun's warmth. Appreciate the rain of nearby bodies of water, and connect with the earth beneath the city streets. In order to feel more connected with your environment and Mother Earth, you may want to try participating in environmental initiatives. Join local environmental organizations, participate in cleanup events, or engage in urban gardening projects. By actively contributing to the well-being of your city's environment and your community, you can foster a deeper connection with the natural world and support the growth of green spaces in urban areas. Connecting with nature in the city may require a different approach than in rural settings, but it's entirely possible and essential for maintaining a balanced spiritual practice. By embracing the unique opportunities and challenges of urban environments, practitioners can forge a deep and meaningful connection with the natural world that surrounds them, even in the heart of the city. So what about those of us who want to practice in group or coven settings, or at the least just basically want like-minded individuals to practice and share with? For urban witches, building a supportive coven or community can be an essential part of their spiritual journey. A strong community provides opportunities for learning, sharing experiences, and connecting with like-minded individuals. If you are one of these witches, there's a number of things you can do to accomplish this. Attending local events and workshops, for instance. Many cities host events, workshops, or classes related to witchcraft, Wicca, or paganism, and other spiritual paths as well. Attending these events can help you connect with fellow practitioners, learn new skills, and discover local covens or groups. Online platforms can be a valuable resource for finding and connecting with local witches and pagans. Join city-specific forums, Facebook groups, or other social media communities to share experiences, ask questions, and learn about the upcoming events and gatherings. Start a meetup group. If you can't find an existing group or coven that aligns with your interests, consider starting your own meetup group. You can use platforms like meetup.com or Facebook events to organize gatherings, workshops, or rituals and invite like-minded individuals to join up. I'm a strong advocate for finding and visiting metaphysical or occult shops as well. Many cities have metaphysical or occult shops that cater to the witchcraft, Wicca, and pagan communities. These shops can be a great place to meet other practitioners, learn about local events, and discover resources to support your practice. Don't be afraid to step outside your broom closet and broaden your connection by networking with practitioners from other spiritual paths or traditions. Attend interfaith events, workshops, or gatherings to learn from and build relationships with individuals from diverse backgrounds and beliefs. One thing for sure is that you're going to want to be open to diversity and inclusivity. A strong urban coven or community should be welcoming and inclusive to individuals from different backgrounds, experiences, and spiritual paths. Embrace the diversity of your community members, fostering a safe and supportive environment where everyone feels valued and respected. Usually living in a city is a giant melting pot of people, so if you're closed-minded, if you're like a closed-minded bigot, then, things probably aren't going to work out so well for you. As your coven or community grows, be prepared to adapt and evolve. Encourage open dialogue and feedback. Provide opportunities for members to take on leadership roles and continuously seek ways to improve and strengthen the bonds within your group. Building an urban coven or community takes time, effort, and patience, but the rewards of a supportive and connected group of fellow practitioners can be invaluable. By fostering strong relationships, open communication, and shared values, you can create a thriving and inclusive urban coven or community that enhances your spiritual journeys and enriches your city's magical landscape. Urban witches also may need to adapt their rituals and spells to suit the unique challenges and opportunities of city life. This may involve modifying traditional practices, working with the city's energies, and finding creative solutions to perform rituals and spells in an urban environment. For instance, tap into and work with the particular city's energies. Each city has its own unique energy signature, which can be harnessed and incorporated into your magical practice. Consider working with the energies of the specific neighborhoods, landmarks, or local spirits and channel these energies into your spells and rituals. Urban environments can provide a wealth of resources for your magical practice. Utilize locally sourced herbs, plants, or flowers, or incorporate urban symbols and objects such as coins, subway tokens, or city maps into your spells and rituals. Don't be afraid to modify traditional rituals like Sabbaths, for instance. Some traditional rituals may not be feasible in a city setting due to space constraints or local regulations. In such cases, consider modifying the ritual to suit your environment. For example, if you cannot have an open fire or for Beltane or Midsummer, then use candles or LED lights instead, or even one of those plug-in fake campfires or fireplaces. Be creative and open to alternative methods that still respect the essence of the ritual. Unfortunately, urban witches often need to be more discreet in their practices to maintain privacy and adhere to local regulations. Perform rituals indoors or within the privacy of your sacred space, and consider using subtle or symbolic representations of magical tools and elements to avoid drawing unwanted attention from Cowens or muggles, so to speak. Also, don't be afraid to adjust the timing of your rituals. City life can be fast-paced and unpredictable, making it difficult to perform rituals at specific times or dates. Hell, most witches adjust their practices regardless of living in the city or not, just to make things work for them, especially those in groups or covens. I mean, personally, I don't think I've celebrated a Sabbath on the actual day of the Sabbath in the last 10 years. But anyway, be flexible with your timing and find windows of opportunity that align with your schedule and the city's rhythm. If necessary, adapt a ritual to accommodate your availability and the city's energy flow. Also, don't feel like you can't embrace technology to get the job done as well. Modern technology can be a valuable tool for urban witches, allowing them to connect with others, access resources, and perform rituals virtually. Utilize video conferencing apps or social media to connect with your coven or community. Share experiences and, perform group rituals or spells remotely. This became pretty popular for a while because of the pandemic, so it's not a taboo thing to do as a witch nowadays. You can also create portable rituals and spells. Urban life often involves being on the go, so consider developing portable rituals and spells that you can perform anywhere, kind of on the go. Create a travel altar kit with small portable tools, or develop discrete rituals and spells that can be performed quickly and easily in various urban settings. By adapting rituals and spells for city life, urban witches can maintain a strong and vibrant magical practice that is in harmony with their environment. Embrace the unique energies and resources of this city, and let your creativity and adaptability guide you in creating a magical practice that resonates with your urban surroundings. Things can get pretty dicey practicing as a city witch as well. And let's paint a picture here, for instance, of you practicing as a witch in the bustling city of New York, New York, or maybe downtown Miami, Florida. These cities have a lot of people around all the time. Trying to practice your craft can be pretty tricky without affecting others in one way, shape, or form. Practicing witchcraft, Wicca, or paganism in an urban setting can present unique legal and social challenges. It's essential for urban witches to be aware of these issues and navigate them responsibly to ensure their practice is respected, safe, and in compliance with local regulations. Here's some tips for navigating legal and social issues in urban witchcraft. Be aware of local laws and regulations. Familiarize yourself with the laws and regulations in your city or municipality that may impact your practice, such as restrictions on burning candles, incense, or having open fires. Ensure your rituals and practices are in compliance with these regulations to avoid legal issues, especially if you live in an apartment or a multifamily home. Respect public spaces. If you choose to perform rituals or practice witchcraft in public spaces, such as parks or public gardens, be mindful of your surroundings and the people who share those spaces. Ensure your activities do not disrupt others or damage the environment, and always clean up after yourself. Practice discretion. In some urban environments, it may be necessary to practice discretion in your witchcraft to avoid unwanted attention or scrutiny. This may involve using symbolic or subtle representations of magical tools and elements, performing rituals indoors or in private spaces, and being mindful of how you discuss your practices with others. Build a support network. Connecting with other practitioners, joining local groups or covens, and participating in the broader spiritual community can help you navigate legal and social issues more effectively. A supportive network can provide valuable advice, share experiences, and offer a safe space to discuss concerns or challenges. Familiarize yourself with your rights as a practitioner of witchcraft, Wicca, or paganism, and be prepared to assert those rights if necessary. In many countries, religious freedom is protected by law, and it's essential to know the extent of these protections and how they apply to your practice. If you get a chance to educate and inform others, then great. Address misconceptions and fears about witchcraft, Wicca, and paganism by educating and informing those about your practice. Share your experiences, beliefs, and values in a respectful and open manner, and help dispel myths and stereotypes that may contribute to the social stigma of, or misunderstanding of everything we do. Most importantly, be respectful of other beliefs and cultures. Recognize and respect the diverse beliefs, cultures, and traditions that coexist within the urban environment. Approach other spiritual paths with curiosity and openness, and be prepared to learn from and engage with individuals from different backgrounds. Navigating legal and social issues in urban witchcraft requires awareness, discretion, and a willingness to engage with the broader community. By understanding and respecting local regulations, building supportive networks, and demonstrating the positive impact of your practice, you can help create a more inclusive and harmonious urban environment for witches and practitioners of all spiritual paths. Urban witchcraft offers unique opportunities and challenges for practitioners seeking to maintain a vibrant spiritual practice within the city. By adapting rituals and spells, creating sacred spaces, connecting with nature, and navigating legal and social issues that may arise, urban witches can embrace the magic of the city life and create a fulfilling practice that resonates with their surroundings. Urban witchcraft is a dynamic and rewarding spiritual path that allows practitioners to navigate the challenges of city living while maintaining a powerful connection to the natural world, their community, and their own personal growth. By embracing the unique opportunities of urban environments and weaving their magic into the fabric of the city, witches can create a truly transformative and enriching practice. Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of Witch into Working. Are you a witch who lives in the hustle and bustle of the city? Do you have any tips or tricks to make your practice easier and more fulfilling that I didn't mention? Let us all know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to ring that little bell to be reminded of future wonderful and exciting episodes to come. I love you guys and gals. Blessed be. Cheers.